Ladies and gentlemen, please rise.
Be seated.
Let us begin. John and Denise, today you are surrounded by your friends and family, all of whom have gathered here to witness your marriage and to share in the joy of this special occasion. Today, as you join yourselves in marriage, there is a vast and unknown future stretching out before you. The possibilities and potentials of your married life are great, and now falls upon your shoulders the task of choosing your values and making real your dreams. Through your commitment to each other, may you grow and nurture a love that makes both of you better people, a love that continues to give you great joy, and also a passion for living that provides you with energy and patience to face the responsibilities of life. It is extremely clear that John and Denise represent a perfect pairing because each of them complements the other so well. They balance one another, and while each of them are tremendous individuals on their own, together they are even better. And being better together as a team, a unit, and yes, at times partners in crime, is what has been years in the making, and ultimately leads us to being here today, witnessing their commitment to one another in front of those that they love the most. And I wish I could tell you a single story about John and Denise that summarized their relationship and how they enrich each other's lives and the lives of each of you. But the truth is, there isn't one single event that is a good encapsulation of what they mean to each other and to all of you. But what I do know is that both of them care deeply and passionately for each other. They protect each other. They make each other laugh and think outside themselves. And time magically seems to fly and slow down when they're together. They help each other in ways that are obvious and unnoticed, but always appreciated. They do that for and with each other. But it is your personal experiences with them that highlight the quality of their love. And I am certain that that's part of what makes them so special to each of you. How happy and content you feel when you are with them. And what we wish for them on their wedding day is that their lifetime together as a team is one of complete contentment, full of those moments that they wish would never end, and that they continue to make one another smile and laugh as they make each of you do. True marriage begins well before the wedding day, and the efforts of marriage continue well beyond the ceremony's end. A brief moment in time and the stroke of a pen are all that is required to create the legal bond of marriage. But it takes a lifetime of love, commitment, and compromise to make marriage durable and everlasting. Today, you declare your commitment to each other before your family and friends. Your yesterdays were the paths to this moment, and your journey to a future of togetherness becomes a little clearer with each new day. John and Denise, these are the hands of your best friend, young and strong and full of love for you, that are holding yours on your wedding day, as you promise to love each other today, tomorrow, and forever. These are the hands that will work alongside yours as together you build your future. And these are the hands that will passionately love you and cherish you through the years, and with the slightest touch will comfort you like no other. And these are the hands that will hold you when fear or grief fills your mind. These are the hands that will countless times wipe the tears from your eyes, both tears of sorrow and tears of joy. These are the hands that will tenderly hold your children. These are the hands that will help you hold your family as one. These are the hands that will give you strength when you need it. And lastly, these are the hands that even when wrinkled and aged will still be reaching for yours, still giving you the same unspoken tenderness with just one touch. You've come to the point of your ceremony where you're going to say your vows to one another. But before you do that, I ask you to remember that love, which is rooted in faith, trust, and acceptance, will be the foundation of an abiding and deepening relationship. Because no other human ties are more tender, and no other vows more important than those you're about to take. Both of you come to this day with the deep realization that the contract of marriage is sacred, as are all of its obligations and responsibilities. For after the vows you're about to take, you shall say to the world, "This is my husband, and this is my wife." I now ask each of you, in the presence of these witnesses, to declare, repeating after me. And John, I will begin with you. I do solemnly declare that I do not know of any lawful impediment why I, John Arturo, thank you, may not be joined in matrimony to Denise Doreen McEwen. I call upon these persons here present to witness that I, John Rojas, do take thee, Denise McEwen, to be my lawful wedded wife. And John, do you take Denise to be your wife, to live together in the covenant of marriage? Do you promise to love her, comfort her, honor and keep her, in sickness and in health, and forsaking all others, be faithful to her for as long as you both shall live. I do solemnly declare that I do not know of any lawful impediment why I, Denise Doreen McEwen, may not be joined in matrimony to John Arturo Rojas Cardenas. I call upon these persons here present to witness that I, Denise McEwen, do take thee, John Cardenas, Rojas Cardenas, to be my lawful wedded husband. And Denise, do you take John to be your husband to live together in the covenant of marriage? Do you promise to love him, comfort him, honor and keep him, in sickness and in health, and forsaking all others, be faithful to him for as long as you both shall live? Traditionally, the passage to the status of husband and wife is marked by the exchange of rings. These rings are a symbol of the unbroken circle of love. Love freely given has no beginning and no end, no giver and no receiver, for each is the giver and each is the receiver. May these rings always remind you of the vows that you have taken here today. While placing the ring on your left ring finger, repeat after me. With this ring, I take you to be my wife for as long as we both shall live. With this ring, I take you to be my husband for as long as we both shall live. May the wedding rings you exchange today remind you always that you are surrounded by enduring love. And now I invite the bride and groom and the witnesses to sign the register. Testing. Now that John and Denise have made their lifelong promises to each other and have exchanged rings, they've chosen to symbolize the joining of their two lives by participating in a very special ceremony. This is a very special ceremony ritual. Bring out the tequila. You may not realize it, but a good tequila is like a good marriage in many ways. It warms you from the inside, gives you strength and confidence, and helps you face difficult situations with a little bit of ease. When the rest of the world seems to turn their backs on you, tequila is always there. Sometimes tequila gives you a little bit of a headache, but you get over it. Tequila is always forgiven. So John and Denise, as you each pour a shot for the ritual, you are symbolically adding your own unique strengths that you bring to this marriage. John, you bring a life full of dancing, and Denise, you will add fun times, adventures, and spontaneity. So now I will need all of your assistance as we cheer John and Denise on. 1, 2, 3. Salud. John and Denise, you have declared before all of us that you will live together in marriage. You have made special promises to each other, which are symbolized by the joining of hands, taking of vows, and giving and receiving of rings. I, Nora Jacobs, the Marriage Commissioner, by virtue of the powers vested in me by the Marriage Act of Saskatchewan, do hereby pronounce you to be husband and wife. You may kiss your bride. Ladies and gentlemen, it is with great pleasure that I now introduce you for the very first time ever, Mr. and Mrs. John Rojas.
Bar open.
otro. No sé por qué. Porque ahí estaba, pero se quebró. ¿Será que para allá? ¿Lo paro?
Creo que son fotos y eso. Deje esas dos cámaras ahora.
Pero está vivo este. Este está vivo todavía.
Por eso, déjelo. Así porque ellos van a tomar fotos, menos que queden las fotos.
Y yo quiero mandarles el otro